This is part 2 of the spookiest things captured on doorbell cameras, and once more, by the end, you should perhaps think about acquiring one for yourself. 5. This video was recorded by a doorbell camera at an individual's previous residence, which was still operational while he was attempting to sell it. One morning, at around 4:30 a.m., his cameras noticed a man rushing through his front yard from his neighbor's house across the street with one hand covering his privates. He was seen going around the neighborhood, ringing doorbells, and banging on doors while screaming for assistance. The homeowner said that he ran up my front yard onto my front porch and rang the doorbell for the next few minutes. He was ringing the doorbell and knocking while pacing back and forth. He looked panicked, and his expression drifted from someone in pain to a look of pure crazy, and at one point said that he needs help after he ran off back into the night. The guy was picked up a couple hours later not far from his house. He was quickly apprehended by area police while allegedly high on crystal meth and wearing no clothes because he was afraid of snakes hiding within them. 4. This video was brought in by a viewer. When the front door won't open, the person tries to fiddle with the doorbell and notices that it's a video doorbell, so he probably tries to take it off. However, what likely happened was that when he realized that he couldn't get the doorbell unmounted without a special screwdriver, he started to hold his hand over the camera. He said that this occurred at 2 in the morning, so when he heard his doorbell and ring notice go off, he immediately picked up his phone to see who it was. Then, as the doorbell rings, the man proceeds to the house's side, and at this moment, while speaking to 911, the homeowner describing the occurrence while speaking with 911 on the phone, the doorknob was heard by the homeowner to the side. The entry door to the side was occasionally accidentally left unlocked, but fortunately on this night, that wasn't the situation. The intruder couldn't just walk in, so he began to shout hello repeatedly through the door, using an unflattering tone that sounded too excited. The 911 operator advised the homeowner not to open the door or even acknowledge the person. The person would then start to bang on the door for a few moments before seemingly giving up. Based on the video, the police couldn't do much to help. Later that night, the homeowner received another notification that there was movement at his front door. When he checked the video feed, he couldn't see anyone. He still doesn't know who it was that showed up that night, and he doesn't care either. But stay tuned. You won't believe what's coming up.
This footage was captured in Bristol and shows a man approach and knock on Kathleen. This footage was captured in Bristol and shows a man approach and knock on Kathleen Frascarelli's door. This footage was captured in Bristol and shows a man approach and knock on Kathleen Frascarelli.
3. If you have a doorbell camera, check who is at your front door before you open it. If someone you don't know arrives at your door late at night, don't open it. Unfortunately, in this video, the homeowner did just that at 10 p.m. one night, as a dubious-looking hooded man approached the front door of a random house rather aggressively. When he realizes the door is locked, he immediately tries to open it. Unexpectedly, the homeowner opens the door quickly without first asking who's at the door at this hour. The homeowner was probably too trusting, which put him in danger. Even his opening statement to the stranger at his door sounded too friendly, given that he was already sneaking in the moment the door was open. The homeowner pushes the man out, causing him to punch the door's glass before it is fully closed. The man then stands there for another minute or so, fiddling with the doorknob a few times. Despite the language being nearly impossible to understand, it appeared the man was high on something or another and was probably trying to break into the house. The property owner contacted the police, but by the time they had arrived, the man had left. Whether he was located is unknown.
This footage was captured in Bristol and shows a man approach and knock on.
2. To warn others, the owner of a Ring camera posted this photograph to a Facebook group in her neighborhood. After her camera captured a weird man trying to peep into her home a little after 10 p.m. one night, the woman posted a warning to the area to be cautious of a strange man wearing a white mask roaming around the neighborhood. Pictures when sharing were encouraged. She stated that she was not sure what colors he was wearing, but he was wearing a hoodie and jeans. The horrific photo shows the man wearing the mask staring directly into the lens. This is the kind of photograph you'd never want to see or anticipate appearing on your doorbell camera footage. However, it's also the kind of scene that would make you incredibly pleased that you had one. The woman's neighbors reported seeing the man strolling about and approaching their front doors, but happily, no one let him in. Although that was scary, what would be more scary is not seeing more of our videos. Now, the scariest of this video. Number 1. Due to new delivery methods at the time because of COVID, on May 1st of 2020 around 9:40 p.m., at the start of the coveted lockdown, a 45-year-old father named Raymond Hawkins opened the door to a man he thought was a delivery driver delivering a package. However, the alleged delivery driver backed away from the front door to presumably keep his distance and claimed he needed to take a picture of the package at the doorstep, something many delivery drivers must do. For more expensive packages at this time, the father had his guard down and had no idea the alleged delivery man was part of a group, all of whom were carrying blades. When Raymond goes to pick up the item, the phony delivery guy, Christopher Sargent, lunges at him with a knife and strikes him. 3 more masked men followed from behind. Muffled cries can be heard from the house as Raymond and his wife struggled with the thieves. Raymond and his son sustained non-life-threatening injuries. While his boys were classified as worse, 2 of the offenders would be apprehended. The burglars were only in the residence for a short period of time before being seen fleeing with valuables worth thousands of dollars. Christopher Sargent and Anthony Lascelles were both charged with aggravated burglary and possession of a knife. The other 2 culprits were never found. One thing that can be learned from many of these videos is that some people will go to extreme measures to deceive other people. In this case, the biggest red flag was that the alleged delivery occurred at 9:40 p.m., well after the time that any reputable delivery company will typically deliver packages, with the latest time being 7 p.m.